Now, our penultimate award this evening is given to the International Journalist of the Year. This is for an established journalist or filmmaker who has made the most outstanding contribution to international journalism across the last 12 months. Let's see the nominees.
Steve Chao, Al-Jazeera English.
As senior Asia correspondent for Al-Jazeera, Steve Chow is known for producing compelling stories that have a real impact across the globe. Whether reporting from Afghanistan's front lines or delivering exclusives on the Philippines' controversial president, his work is original and insightful.
When we first met Rodrigo Duterte earlier this year, he was mayor of Davao. Free to ride his big motorbike and, in his words, romance his many women. But now, as leader of the Philippines, his every move is monitored by a massive security detail, even on nights out.
All the boys have once
The last time Duterte took us to his karaoke bar in Davao, he sung to a crowd of regulars.
For helping me to grow, I call it that I know.
Now his only audience is his staff and bodyguards. His security shut the place to the public.
Guillermo Galdos, Channel 4 News.
Guillermo Galdos is Latin America correspondent for Channel 4 News, based in Peru. His hard-hitting reports are some of Channel 4's most viewed pieces and continue to have a significant impact in Latin America, where many of the issues he covers go unreported.
12-year-old Fatima and her older sister Brenda risked everything to make the illegal journey.
Y uno ya se venía muriendo y la hacía así va, que ya se había muerto porque ya ni abría los ojos.
The plan was to join their mom and two brothers in California.
No crea, para mí no es fácil esto. Pensar que mis hijos me les puede pasar algo en el camino.
The mom paid smugglers to bring them to her through lands controlled by drug lords, illegally crossing 3 borders, finally arriving just weeks before polling day.
Selam Gebrekidan, Reuters. Selam Gebrekidan is a reporter on the Reuters data and enterprise team. She was born in Ethiopia and is currently based in the US. Over the past 18 months, she has reported from 10 countries in 3 continents, resulting in a remarkable story that documents how smuggling networks and Islamic State profited from the global migration crisis.
One Tuesday night in June 2015, Tesfon Mehari Mengustu, an Eritrean delivery man in Albany, New York, got a call from a number he did not recognise. On the line was Guillermo, his 16-year-old brother. Guillermo was calling from Libya. He had just spent 4 days crossing the Sahara. God willing, he said, the men who had smuggled him through the desert would get him to the capital city of Tripoli within days. After that, he would cross the Mediterranean for Italy. Europe is within reach, Guillermo told his brother, but he needed money to pay for the next leg of his journey.
To present the International Journalist of the Year, a man who was probably the international journalist of my lifetime, the BBC's World Affairs editor, John Simpson.
Well, I suffer from not having seen any of the work of those 3 absolutely magnificent reporters before. I can only imagine that I've been brought in as the world's oldest known journalist to do this. But just simply judging on the strength, the humanity, the intelligence, the wit of those 3 brief segments out of much longer pieces, I can't help thinking how strong, how brilliant nowadays international journalism is, and I think the One World Media organization is very, very helpful in strengthening that. But look at that magnificent stuff. That first segment, you know, and this is a world where a president can now think that guns and shooting people are the solution to everything. And of course, there was the president of the Philippines as well that we saw. Anyway, whichever of those magnificent journalists is going to have their name in this envelope, this heavily guarded envelope, and it's Selam Gebrekidan.
I can honestly say that this was unexpected. I was really heartened tonight seeing all the work that you guys have done, all of you, my colleagues in different media organizations, risking your lives to get these stories out. And these stories are ever more important today when the news cycle gets dominated by misspelled words on Twitter that a president is putting out. But I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the nearly 63 women that I spent a lot of time with last year who trusted me enough to tell me about the horrors they endured in the hands of Islamic State in Libya, who were kind enough to share their food, whatever little space they had on their mattresses, their time, and and their energy to make sure that their stories are out there. And also, I would like to thank Reuters and my editor, one of my editors is here tonight, for investing in stories like these, which take a long time to put together. And there's a lot of resource that's sunk into that. And most of all, I salute everyone here tonight. I'm truly, truly proud to be one among you. Thank you.